Good day everyone, welcome to Core 10. So for today's lesson, we have the lesson titled Identifying the Factors Comprising the Risk Triangle. So this one is for your day 4. To start with, let's have our objectives for today. So we have two. Number 1, determine the difference and the relationship between vulnerability, exposure, hazard, and risk. And lastly, we have provide the dimension of vulnerability, exposure, and risk. So to start with, let's have the risk triangle first. So this one is the graphical representation of the factors of risk. So risk have 3 factors. So we have the vulnerability, the hazard, and then the exposure. So these 3 factors, it comprises the risk. So as you can see in this triangle, it has the yellow area and the green area. So this green area, or this small area right here, this one portrays the total risk that are mitigated or nagawan na ng paraan or there is a solution, while the yellow one here portrays the both variable are equal. So how does risk triangle works? So we have here, if any of the sides increases, so let's say exposure and vulnerability increases, then the amount of risk also increases. So ganun din on the other way around. So if any sides decreases, then the amount of risk also decreases. Okay, next one. So I'd like you to meet Tomas and Maria. So this is Tomas and this is Maria. So Tomas lives along the shoreline, malapit sa tabing dagat, while Maria lives in highlands or sa bundok siya nakatira or sa taas ng bundok siya nakatira. So when it comes to flooding or sabihin na natin nagkaroon ng bagyo at nagkaroon ng pagbaha, who do you think is more vulnerable? Is it Tomas or Maria? So I hope we have the same answer, which is Tomas. Kasi nga nakatira si Tomas malapit sa tabing dagat. So we will expect na mas apektado siya or mas vulnerable siya sa flood. Okay? So let's say that Maria decided to live lowlands or sa tabing dagat din. But her family decided to get their house elevated. Ayan, elevated yung bahay nila. So, Tomas and Maria's family are both exposed. Exposed sila ha. But who do you think is more vulnerable? Is it Tomas or Maria? So, I guess we have the same answer po ulit. It is Tomas. But who do you think is more exposed? So, parehas silang exposed, but si Tomas yung mas vulnerable. Okay? Next one. Let's meet their family. So, this is Maria's family. She lives with her parents and then a sibling. Let's say dalawa lang sila. And they have a car. They own a car. They have savings account and they have medical insurance. And this is their house. Now, let's meet Tomas' family. So, Tomas' family comprises their grandparents as well as their parents and let's say 4 to 5 siblings. This is their house and they own a bike and some few money. Okay, so let's say na nagkaroon ulit ng pagbaha. Who do you think will evacuate first? Sino yung makakapag-evacuate agad? Sino yung makakaalis agad sa area nila kasi nga tabing dagat sila? Sino yung makakaalis agad? Or is it Tomas' family or Maria's family? So, I hope we have the same answer, which is Maria's family. Because Maria's family have the resources needed. Let's say they also have a cell phone for them to be aware of the forecast or the news. At alam nila kung kailan tatama yung bagyo. Alam nila kung kailan lalakas yung bagyo. So, in this scenario, makikita ninyo yung difference between the exposure and the vulnerability. They can be both exposed, but mas vulnerable yung pamilya ni Tomas because they have a house near the shoreline that is not elevated. They don't have a car that can move them all at once when there is flood, and mas marami kasi sila extended family and they only own a bike. We have again the risk triangle. So again, if any of the amount increases, then the amount of risk also increases. So in Maria's family, the amount of exposure is there, but in-elevate nila yung bahay nila, so nag-decrease yon. They are also vulnerable, but they have the car that can move them from one place to another quickly or immediately. So bumaba yung exposure and then the vulnerability. Then their amount of risk will also decreases. However, Tomas' family lives along the shoreline together with Maria, but they are exposed and they are vulnerable. So bakit mataas yung vulnerability and then the exposure? Because they don't have enough resources. The amount of risk in Tomas' family also increases. Okay? So I hope you understand how this risk triangle works. So before I end this video lecture, okay, so we have here an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So this is from For Wellness Co. And I got this photo from Pinterest. So again, be alert, be prepared, and know how to apply those. So mahirap kasi yung kapag nandyan na, nangyayari na, and then doon mo lang marirealize na, kailangan pala updated ako. Kailangan pala alam ko yung mga bagay. May bagyo man o wala, mag-stock tayo ng food. Okay, mag-charge tayo ng power bank kung meron ka. Kasi mahirap na, hindi mo alam ang mangyayari bukas, hindi mo alam ang mangyayari sa kamakalawa. Hindi natin alam. Okay? We don't know what is waiting for us. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. But one thing is for sure. If you are prepared, if you know what to do, then you will survive. Okay, so ayan. Do you have any questions? So if you do, you can send a private message to your respective subject teachers during their consultation time. So thank you so much for listening and have a nice day.